that's a manufacturing issue over in China, right? Where obviously the generic GH market is using unpure ingredients to kind of stabilize the GH. So you really have to be careful now on where you purchase your generics. Let me see. About the growth hormone changes in creatinine. So maybe we can show the blood work first. Let's see, where's share screen? Entire screen. So this is one of your clients, Kurt. So this is before growth hormone. You see cystatin C of 1.19, EGFR 68. And then this is after the GH. That's creatinine and cystatin C. Is this both before and after, or after?
After.
This is after. Okay.
We haven't. I'm sorry. Before, while on the GH.
While on the GH. So this is before the GH.
No, he is on. Let's say 3 milligrams of GH there. During
so
that.
This both on GH, right? So
yes, we've removed the GH now to then reach because that started to trend up, which had never. We have historical labs going back like almost 2 years, and it's never been elevated before, and he's not on anything else except low dose testosterone like TRT. So
so this creatinine is slightly elevated, but not super elevated for somebody who bodybuilds. And I wouldn't worry about that. But this
it was just that it started to trend up for no reason. But this was never even there.
Like the cystatin C being this high, that I would worry about. Or at least going up.
All those markers started to go up, and his EGFR went down. So his EGFR was a 106 previously, and that's 67.
Yeah, that's a big difference, man. That's a big difference. And then what he did. Yeah, what he did was add in the growth hormone at 3 milligrams. So that's
9 units,
9 IUs per day. Did he start from 0 to 9 IUs, or did he build it up slowly?
Build it up slow. So 3 and then 4 or 5, like up slow, and it didn't start to go until he hit about 3 milligrams or 9 units.
All right.
But again, he's someone that's incredibly healthy and takes very good care of himself. He's meticulous with his diet. He doesn't do recreational drugs. There was nothing else going on except that. So we were looking at. So one of the assumptions that the three of us discussed before was that possibly Biloxone 188, which is a polymer that's used as a filler or binder in the underground lab GH, of course, subsequently that no longer exists on search engines anymore.
Yeah, the weird thing, we tried to search for it before this episode, and we can't find anything on this compound. So we're not sure if that's. Yeah, so we're not sure if that's muted on Google now.
I used DuckDuckGo as well, and it wasn't there. There was a Wikipedia entry for it. There was Google results. It was a PubMed search. When you search PubMed, it's gone. It's off the internet for some reason. And it didn't seem to be the Biloxone 188 as a whole. It was like the quality of that Biloxone that was used.
Right.
The cheaper, more industrial grade Biloxone, when it was added, it seemed to cause kidney stress. That's at least what the studies showed.
Yeah. So that's a manufacturing issue over in China, right? Where obviously the generic GH market is using unpure ingredients to kind of stabilize the GH. So you really have to be careful now on where you purchase your generics.
Yeah, well, that was the purpose of the Ceristin box. It was they're just because you see the opposite effect. You might see some creatinine go up a little bit with GH use. You don't see the other markers getting skewed. They should improve over time with GH.
Exactly. Yeah.
And that's we're seeing the opposite with the underground stuff.
I mean,
in a dose-dependent manner, seems. Or a quality, like if possible, if it's really crappy quality stuff, you might see it at a low dose.
Yeah, I hear a lot more complaints now about low-dose GH coming out of China, just generic that are not branded, right? That are not part of like some reputable UGL that has been doing this for years, that has good connections. All these dodgy blue tops, yellow tops that people use, or some new brand that don't do the scrutinous third-party testing, or don't really know which of these peptide suppliers to source from. Yeah, that they get issues, man. Carpal tunnel and 3 IUs. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? What are you talking about? Or just excessive water retention, edema on 2 IUs, 4 IUs. If you take 10 IUs, a little bit of edema is to be expected. You might lose a little bit of veins. Yeah, but it goes away with time, right? You might lose a little bit of veins, and then you take it out, and you're shredded as fuck. But you get the same level of edema as creatine supplementation, right? So it's not the end of the world. But yeah, I hear a lot more problems with like new brands of GH now, and I don't know if that's the tariffs or the lockdowns, which we should also discuss. The more scrutinous production things that they're trying to crack down on. But it seems that the quality is going down now over in China.
So I just sent you I'm on 3 milligrams GH for over 3 years. I don't have any water retention. I sent you a picture of our group chat. You don't have to post it. It's just there's no water retention. I'm just saying.
Sure, you always look good.
Any water retention that occurs is initial, and it should go away. It shouldn't just be this constant level of water retention from growth hormone.
Man, fuck you, dude.
A tad more than without the growth hormone, but
I wish I looked this good. I'm still fluffy as fuck. I'm working on it though.
This the lightest I've been in 3 years. I have 201.
Hey man, below 200 pounds is not a man. Slow down. I'm down almost 40 pounds. I remember Aaron always told me, so you can't be below 90 kilos, otherwise we can't be friends with you. Like, fuck, man. So I desperately tried to keep over 90 kilos when I was off cycle. I was pretty lean, though.
I'm still 15 pounds over my classic cutoff.
Yeah, you don't want to do classic, man. We're bodybuilders at heart. I don't know how you squeeze in that class, Dean, but you do classic in PCA, right? So I think those weight limits are a little bit higher, or no?
They're a bit higher. I mean, for when I done MPC, I just about dropped into, I think it was 90.6 was my cutoff, which is 200 pounds. You've got no room to get excessively big as an open bodybuilder. If that's your route of going.
What's your height? 5'9"?
Yeah, 5'9", 176.
Yeah.
So I think
he's a little bit taller than I am.
Yeah, I'm 5'7". So
yeah.
So I felt like class B, I think like tier 2 or whatever it is. So you have the top of the between 5'8" and 5'9", I think is the cutoff in the MPC rule for that 90 kilo cutoff.
Yeah, that's where I am. Yeah. And I was 90 kilos when it was natural or on HCG monotherapy. And I looked like a skeleton. So I was looking at some of the pictures and I was like, okay, I got a good X frame, but it's zero muscle there, man. I don't know. All this growth hormone is causing too much bone mineralization. Just makes you extra heavy.
For that.
Yeah. So maybe I need to shave off a little bit. Maybe take some ribs out.
Go to space.
You know? Yeah, go to space. What would go faster though? Like your bone mineral density or your skeletal muscle mass?
The whole thing, but then you grow the muscle back on a smaller frame, and then you do classic.
So I want to wait for classic and go to space for a year.
I heard that's what Chris Bumstead does. He just spends the off-season in space. That way he can make weight.
You can afford it. I'm sure you can afford it.
I didn't get that from him. That was speculation.